domination.
Hey everybody, ZJ here with you once again, and today I've got some Black Ops 2 gameplay for you. A little bit of domination gameplay here on Standoff, one of my all-time favorite maps, I think. Definitely one of my 5 favorite maps in Black Ops 2. But as far as the gameplay goes, I have a way better first half than a second half, but just one of those things where I couldn't really get anything going, but it is a very well-played and hard-fought game on both sides. With the exception of these two fucking idiots right here. Hi. You gotta love snipers. Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. A great man once said that, and if you can tell me what movie that came from, I'll give you a pudding pop. Hey, how do you think of that? So, that's all I'm going to say about the gameplay. Hope you do enjoy it. Now, today I'm going to talk about something that that I have a very strong opinion on. Now, all of us have things that we think are wrong with Call of Duty, and I am absolutely no different. There are a lot of things wrong with Call of Duty, but it is not one of those situations where I'm throwing my hands up in the air and talking about how Call of Duty is dead and fuck all that. I'm not talking, that's not my style. I talk about things because I want to see things changed, and the only way that things are ever going to get changed is if more people get behind the cause and start making this more well known and agreed upon. So if you're on board for that, here we go. I think that one of the biggest problems with Call of Duty is that they have collectively removed any challenge from Call of Duty at all. From Black Ops on up through and including Ghosts, and especially with Black Ops 2 and Ghosts, there's no challenge left. And I'm going to reference Modern Warfare 2 quite a bit in this, because in my opinion, Modern Warfare 2 was the last time that it was I not only challenged, but it was the last time I actually felt rewarded for something. And I'm talking about just the way the game is structured in general. Back in Modern Warfare 2, for a compare and contrast, my favorite weapon was the AK-47. I love the AK-47, and it loved me back. And it loved me back because I learned that weapon inside and out. And in order for me to play with the AK-47 in Modern Warfare 2, first off, right from the top, I had to get to level 70 before that weapon was even available to me. I had to play through an entire prestige just to get to the point in the game where that weapon was now unlocked for me. Once I got that weapon, I had to use it with nothing on it. Absolutely nothing. Bare naked AK-47. It kicked like an unwilling participant at a donkey show. It was difficult to use, it had weird recoil, but I was there for the long haul, and I said, I'm going to learn this weapon, and that's all there is to it. I want to get this for the weapon, I want to get that for the weapon. And they set up a series of challenges and small tasks, some simple, some not so simple. And ultimately, when all was said and done, if you were in it for the duration, you unlocked all of the attachments as you went along. So many kills with an ACOG, so many kills with a red dot sight, so many kills with a suppressor. And I remember the one that was really a bitch, especially for me to do, was to get extended mags, which was the last thing you unlocked. You had to get 40 penetration kills using FMJ. And I remember that, because there were some maps that it just didn't work on, some maps that worked better on, and it just took a while. But once you got done with that, what it did was it gave you a sense of accomplishment. It gave you a sense of pride of ownership in the weapon. It made you appreciate the weapon, its flaws, its benefits, its strengths, its weaknesses. It did all this, and it was like that for everything in the game. Even kill streak rewards. You had to wait until you hit certain ranks, and then at that time you were permitted to unlock a kill streak reward of your choice. And that was what you had. And you had to choose wisely. You had to choose, you know, if you wanted to be one of the people that said, I'm going to run a nuke setup, and I don't care, I'm going to prestige, and I'm going to do my 3 unlocks, and it's going to be my Harrier, my AC-130 or chopper gunner, and my nuke, and that's it. That's all I'm going to worry about. Then that's what you did. But you took the risk of not being able to get to those things every time. And perks, excuse me, perks were the same way. You had to wait till you hit a certain level before that perk class was even available to you. And then once you had that perk thing open, if you wanted to get the most out of it, you had to do, again, a series of tasks, a series of things you had to do in order to get that up to a pro level. And what Call of Duty has done is just remove that. I talked about the AK-47. I'm going to compare it to my favorite weapon in Call of Duty Ghosts. My favorite weapon, personally, in that game is the Remington Assault Rifle. I absolutely love it. But I don't have any challenges for it. It's available to me as soon as I started playing the game. That weapon was there. I said I'm going to take my little points and I'm going to spend my points and I'm going to buy the Remington. I'm going to buy extended mags. I'm going to buy a suppressor or a grip. I'm going to buy these perks. I'm going to buy this tactical equipment. I'm going to buy this lethal equipment, these kill streaks, and that is all I'm going to do with it. I don't need to earn anything. There's no challenge and there's no reward for it. Even something as simple as camos back in Modern Warfare 2, you earned them. You earned them. When you got to fall camo and you got those 250 headshots with that specific weapon, you felt like you earned it. Because you did earn it. If you weren't like a boosting douchebag, you earned it. You had that sense of accomplishment, and it was such a small little thing, but when you were done with it, you were like, finally, oh my god, I finally got all this done. I got all my attachments, I got my camos for it, I'm going to move on to another weapon, and that is my challenge. I want to get fall camo on all my weapons. And when you did so, it gave you something to strive for. It kept the game fresh, it kept the game interesting, it kept you wanting to challenge and try yourself, just game after game. And eventually what it did was it made you want to play the game more, it made you better at the game, and it made you overall a better player. You felt more accomplished, and you felt like you had actually earned something yourself. There's two again. It's the same two guys too, dickbags. But they've taken it out. And my problem with this is, I feel like this is because it appeals to the entitled generation of gamers that make up an overwhelming majority of Call of Duty. This is, and I'm not going to try to get metaphysical or say this is comparison. When I look at it, I see it as they're appealing to a group of people who, say, have a book report or something they have to do for school. They're not going to the library and busting open books and sitting down and doing hours of reading and research and painstakingly going through everything they can to compile. They're not. They're getting on Google. They're punching in their search bar, and they've got 500 million hits in under a second, and they pick and choose what they want, and then they have everything they need. There's no need to do anything or challenge themselves individually. And that's been translated over into Call of Duty. I want to see the old style of system come back. I want to see it come back. There's no reason that a player who's, say, like a level 10 in Ghosts, someone who just prestige and they're at level 10, and they're using the most powerful sniper rifle, it's got the best attachments on it, they've got the most lethal kill streak set up in the game, they've got the most lethal equipment in the game, and they haven't done a damn thing to earn it. Bring back the old way that the games were set up. And as far as the one aspect I think a lot of people might say is if you do that, you're going to bring back boosting. I disagree. There are things that have been implemented into Call of Duty since the days of Modern Warfare 2 that'll help keep you from having those issues. In-game reporting, social media. There's entire groups of people that work, IW enforcers and ATVI assists. Now, there are a lot of individual people who you can specifically say this person and this person were cheating in the game. Here's their gamer tags, here's footage, here's theater mode, there's this. Boosting should not keep the challenge systems and the ranking up systems from making a return back into Call of Duty. And it's something that I feel like it is one of the many things that is just nosediving this franchise into the ground. And I really hope that they consider doing it. But They're never going to know that it's a problem if no one makes them aware that it's a problem. If you agree with what I say, tweet it out to them. Tweet it out to Infinity Ward. Tweet it out to Treyarch. I'm going to do it to this video when I'm done. But that's all I have for this episode. I'm ZJ. I'll see you all next time. And as always, thanks for watching.
Good job, SEALs. Stand by for further orders.
Got you fuckers at a bad time?